This is
What a week.
What a Week. Celebrity guest.
Our celebrity guest is in the building. He's proved himself through diverse roles, so much so that many assume he's like the characters he plays on screen. Scores of people will be surprised to learn that he's a father and a Sundowns fan. Some guys just win at everything, it seems. Others would be amazed that he can communicate in both verbal and non-verbal languages. So in whichever way you choose, please give a warm welcome to the multi-talented, the effervescent Warren Masemola.
Halala, dumelang, greetings, bonjour everybody. Thank you for having me.
Muntwana.
Muntwana.
Tell us about the name Muntwana.
Muntwana is my maternal grandfather's name,
Yes, sir.
which is in Ndebele and pronounced Muntwana.
Oh, Muntwana.
So it's almost like a D sound.
Oh,
in it,
yes,
but it's spelled
Muntwana.
with a TL.
Okay.
So that is my maternal grandfather's name. He used to own a butcher, and he was really clean guy, liked his three-piece suits. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, when I was born, my grandmother and my mother were like, "Ooh, Muntwana lo."
Why don't you use the name?
I choose not to use it in the media in my work because of how people will pronounce it Muntwana. And
Oh,
so every
yes,
other
they'll-
time somebody
they'll
says
dishonor-
Muntwana, then
they'll
the
dishonor him
conversation-
by getting it wrong, yes.
And it would start by me explaining, but more than anything, it would be a dishonor to the pronunciation of the name.
Absolutely.
So I choose to butcher this other one that I use because they asked me when I graduated from drama school, what do you want to use as your stage name? And I said, what's that? And they say, you can call yourself Tiki Tikio. And I was like, no, I've got a name. I'll butcher this one, Warren.
Yes. So where's Warren from?
Warren is a beautiful English name that my mom and father fell in love with. They didn't share how they picked the name.
I can tell you.
Do tell.
I suspect that your father was saying a name, but your mom on Samotra, Warren? 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 And before you knew it, Warren.
Yeah, because his name was Downton, and you ask him, what does Downton mean? And
No,
he's like,
Downton means I'm a very posh black man with a white name, and at 4 p.m. I have scones at the library.
and maybe that's why then he imparted it to his son Warren. But yeah, that's how the two names came about.
You I don't know if you guys are still on stage at the Soweto Theatre.
We just wrapped on Sunday the 1st of October.
We Shall Sing for the Fatherland.
We Shall Sing for the Fatherland.
By
It was
Zakesmda.
Professor Zakesmda.
Yo. You know, the weird thing is I meet Brazakes a lot of times.
Yeah.
But every time I meet him, I feel like I'm meeting him for the first time. But I also feel his greatness. You feel the legacy that he has given us on stage in literature. How does it feel that you are on stage with him, for him?
Hey, my man, it is one of the biggest things that I've ever done in my career. And by biggest, I mean like of the three.
Yes.
Because he's a professor, man, you know. So before I came into the arts, all I knew about Professor Zakes, is that he writes novels.
Yes.
And then I got to drama school and got to watch plays staged and read plays that he wrote and novels that he wrote. And I think his history about being at Wits as a professor there as well, a lecturer rather, and him just showing so much love. We couldn't see the tears roll down, but he even said and shared that we nailed it, we hit home.
Yeah.
The message was so clear, and he never imagined that in this time, 53 or 56 years later,
Yes.
we would stage it in that way. And he was really moved, which makes me feel like, wow.
What is We Shall Sing for the Fatherland about? And how does it influence your views on what's happening in the country right now?
We Shall Sing for Our Fatherland is a story about two soldiers who went into the bushes, exile in particular.
Freedom fighters.
Freedom fighters
Yeah.
who went into exile and joined the MK and to liberate their country. And in the play, we see fast forward, after them coming from the bush, they come back to a society that they fought for.
It's independence now.
It's independence.
So, yeah.
And the society doesn't recognize them. And things have changed so much that the law is against them and their freedom when they as soldiers
Fought for the
sacrificed
very freedom.
and fought for the freedom. So they come back and they can't have that freedom because now they are oppressed by the then government or the current government after they come back from war. And they fight for it, and yeah, that's just how the system can jiggy oppress you after you fought and liberated it from the system. And in this play, Brazeix shows it through the character of Officiri and the two soldiers.
Yes.
It was
Officiri is in a wheelchair.
Officiri is the police. The sergeant major is the guy in the
Oh,
wheelchair.
yes, Sergeant Major, yes,
And
yes,
the
yes,
soldier
yes.
is the other guy.
Officiri is the menacing cop.
The menacing cop.
Yes.
So
yes,
in
yes.
Professor Zeix's real life, he grew up in Lesotho. Most of his life he spent in Lesotho, studied there, wrote this play in 1959 when he was in standard 10, not grade 12.
Imagine.
And put it in a trunk, and 10 years later there was a competition, an Amstel playwright competition, and he fetched the script from a trunk 10 years later and handed it in, and it won a joint prize, #1 prize, and he staged it in Diepkloof Hall, at the Diepkloof Hall in 1959, and a few years later at the Market Theatre.
Imagine.
It is mainly about his life experience, because Professor Ziximda was also a PAC member under the Lesotho government.
Ah,
And
yes.
PAC was a South African political party where his father, Professor Ziximda's father, was the founding member of the ANC Youth League, but was never ANC. So for him, it was a reflection of what liberation is and what history is. And funny enough, writing it in 1959, it still speaks to the current affairs of the country and the system right now in 2024.
Hence, I asked how it influences or how you view it based on what's happening in the country right now, where a lot of liberators are feeling forgotten. You know, there's former freedom fighters who formed a political party saying that nobody cares about us, so we're going to go our own way now.
You know, it's really funny that so my reflection upon this is that we have people that went out to make history and to fight for this country. And today, in the history that is in our syllabus in schools, the curriculum doesn't teach that history. And
30 years later.
Well, yeah, 30 years later, they still do not teach that it was, you know, I mean, people talk and there's research that is being made. And when somebody schools you to say that, do you know that we are not being taught the correct history? And I say, but tell me, share the true history.
Yes.
What do you mean? And somebody says, Nelson Mandela did not spend 27 years in jail on Robben Island. And you calculate it and you see it. And then you see the rise and the celebration of a political party, the ANC. And you look at the other historical moments that makes and shape this country, and you look at a political party like the PAC, that is no longer looked at as a whatever, let me not get that political.
Almost written out of history.
Almost written out of history. But when you look at the two political parties, the other political party celebrates the struggles of the other party, like Sharpeville,
They have taken up ownership.
They've taken up ownership on that history, yet they do not put it in the syllabus for the children to know the truth about the history that shaped this country. Like people will say Nelson Mandela sold out this country, but do we teach our children or the next generation or younger generations about what happened in Codesa, what happened between AWB, what happened with the death of Chris Hani, why was Chris Hani shot and killed, and why do people think that ANC might be cowards because then Mandela then had to negotiate with the IFP and the other Afrikaner people, the AWB, the Freedom Front, the National Party. There's history that is not spoken about, and these elders that are still alive still share this history, and it is unfortunate that their voices are almost like being dimmed, because you have names that are put up and they say a street name is Jeff Masemola, but the name is Jafta Masemola, it's not Jeff Masemola.
Yeah.
So there's a history almost intentionally hidden in changing the name from Jafta to Jeff and just lightly celebrating him by giving like name a street after.
And in the bigger scheme of things, a lot of people whose names are on street poles are not in a history book. So what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point?
So
if we're gonna immortalize these people, these heroes, then let's do more than just put up a street sign.
yeah.
Like, why is it not in a history book? Why is it not a chapter in the history the kids are learning?
I mean,
Why are the kids to learn about the United Nations, which is half the time useless?
Because what I'm
Sorry,
talking
I
to,
get upset.
Because what I'm talking to is that why am I losing my? So what I'm talking to is we should teach our children about names like Beyers Naudé,
Yes.
Joe Slovo, Winnie Mandela, Jeff Masemola, Jafta Masemola, Robert Sobukwe, and all of these people. Because you then realize when these elders share this information to say, how did 1976 start? It was because somebody was in Lesotho studying there and they come back to South Africa because the school government are different, and when they come home for holidays, the Bantu education system in South Africa, the kids are in school. And when they interact after school and you realize that, oh no, hold on, these guys do not have the freedom that I have in Lesotho.
Oh, yes.
And then daily when they meet and talk about these things, it's like, but why do you want to study in Afrikaans? It's your right not to study in Afrikaans. And then you realize that it is because I live in these borders that I'm forced to study in Afrikaans, but I do not have the means to go to Swaziland or Lesotho or Botswana to go study in other languages of my choice and freely, that I can choose and live freely and enjoy my freedom. And you realize that that is how 1976 was formed. And don't just tell us about Hector Peterson. There's Tsitsi Mashinini and other children who are still alive, not just those who are dead, who are still able to tell this history, is what this show, We Shall Sing for the Fatherland, has done to me. I feel that we are not singing for the fatherland.
There are girls who are also at the forefront of 1976. We don't know their names. We're never told their names.
Mama, yesterday I met...
These kids have parents, some of whom are still alive.
Yeah.
We don't know who these parents are. Why?
I don't know if you know media, I call her a media guru, not yet legend, but she is legendary. Mamshalo Mbata.
Yes.
Her parents, I mean, her story, she was there at the forefront of June 16 as a young girl. And in that year, she had just done her matric and was waiting to go to university. And because his father and mother were already tortured heavily, this is the first person I've had a conversation with one-on-one, personally, that her mother was jailed at number 4, the famous cell at Constitution Hill.
Oh, yes.
Things go down there, but only horrible things go down there. While her father was somewhere in Lesotho trying to organize means for her to go to university outside the country. And then in that moment, as she's washing the dishes with her little brother, then she sees bright lights, and at that time everybody was vigilant.
Yeah.
She tells me this yesterday, and she hears her mom, because she had just walked the father to catch a bus to Lesotho. She hears her mom but doesn't see her mother, and the mother says, Shalom, Shalom Tanam, Balega, Amaboys, and hears gunshots. What comes to her mind? My mom just died.
Yeah.
Grabs the younger brother, runs out. Faced by bullets, somehow manages to duck and dodge the bullets, runs, crosses the fence, leaves the younger brother at another neighbor where the Dobermans and the community is scared to go into that house.
Yes.
But she, as a young girl who is like 15 because she started school early, leaves the younger brother there and runs for safety. And all of a sudden, there are people at her house because she's looking from afar. There's a commotion, and bravely walks there back to her house, and the community is screaming, "Pumani, Pumani, bazon bulala," because police are now there going, "Get out of it! Don't get out! We're going to shoot and burn the house in 5 minutes." And she's looking at what is supposed to be her life experience, but it's her real life experience. We need these elders to be able to speak freely,
Sure.
and we should be able to express our freedom freely without thinking that we will be put out of jobs or we would not have platforms to speak for them, for us, and for generations to come, because what we're doing now is truly killing our people. Put history aside, we're killing ourselves.
Absolutely. Now, at the end of We Shall Sing for the Fatherland, you are literally in tears. Why were you crying? And was
Sure.
and was it your character crying, or was it Warren crying?
It's both, and it's an actor's choice. Because ever since we started doing these rehearsals, Warren, as an actor, I went through a whole lot of emotions, like lots, because of the truth that is in the play.
Sure. And it hurts.
It hurts.
And I think one of the reasons it hurts is your average black person from a township knows someone that gave 500% fighting apartheid, that now feels, why did I fight? That's why it hurts.
That's exactly why it hurts. So, doing my research for my character as a sergeant major really took me back there. And to my friends, I say, if I was born under those times, I would be dead, or I would be a veteran, but not a part of the government because of the truth in what the movement was for. It gets personal when you do your research and you realize what the freedom fighters did to liberate this country. And after we had the liberation, we chose not to go with liberation, and we chose to go with peace, when peace, love, and freedom was not exercised to us, when we did not ask for those things to be done to us that were really bad. It gets really personal in research that you learn why Comrade Chris Hani died, how it affected his wife, his family, his children,
Who still don't have closure.
their upbringing, and that, this is all through research. Before we cemented the show, I'm trying to bring you to how emotionally heavy it is for me to play that character, Sergeant Major, because everything about it is true. So you can't really separate yourself as a performer from the reality in the character. That in the research, then, we listened to a song that in 1994 or 1992 we were made to sing in churches and Sunday schools and primary schools, because I was there in 92 when I was 22, and we were taught to sing this song. It was almost like our new national anthem.
What was that song?
South Africa,
We
we
love
love you, our beautiful land. Let's show the whole world we can bring
peace
peace
in our land.
in our land. Whose land? Who needs the peace in this land? At that time in 1992, when so many Afrikaners are killing so many black people and giving black people ammunition to kill themselves amongst themselves because of a simple thing that we are fighting for, that we shouldn't have asked for, which is our freedom.
Sure.
So it gets really personal that towards the end of the play, the two characters, Sergeant Major and his junior, the soldier, he says, Janabari, let us sing for our fatherland, the land that we nourished with our sweat and blood, our fatherland. And then when they sing, they can sing. And it is a director's choice and a theater license that we went with the choice. Hamba kahle mkhondo. It's heavy to sing that. When you have to say, Tina banbom mkhondo sismisele uguwabulala wona la mabono. And Batho ba Mkhondo MK veterans are not recognized today, so their promise falls on dead soil. As babulalanga amabono, as per the comrade MK soldiers promised, we didn't kill them. But today, when we have to tell our history and say, this is where Sizowabulala Amabono comes from, we don't mean it literally.
Sure.
This is our history, this is our story, this is our pain.
But someone wants to stop you from singing about it.
Why do they have to take people to court to say, kill the boer, the farmer? It is because in our history and the pain that was brought about by them, they can tell us that we can't sing such songs when all we were doing is reminding our people that remember the people that liberated this country for you to be able to get on a bus, not the back of the bus, the bus. Because before the back of the bus, you could not get on the bus.
You couldn't even get on the bus.
It's Peter Mokaba. So do not name a stadium in Limpopo, Polokwane, Peter Mokaba, and not allow us to talk about Peter Mokaba. That's puppetry.
And there's also something that is borderline, I don't know if it's disrespectful or it implies that that the minute we hear someone singing a song like that, we're going to go out there and kill people. Because it almost implies that these people are so primitive, the minute they hear a song, they're going to go out there and kill people.
Hey, keep stupid. Like,
That's what we do. The minute a song says do this, that's what we're going to go and do.
Tado, I'll tell you, I say it a lot of times to people generally for free. People go through school from sub A until standard 10, grade 1 until grade 12, and they are being taught comprehension. There is maybe, let's say, not grade 1 and 2, right? Grade 3 to matric.
Yeah.
Comprehension in the language English is always there. I don't know today, but I trust it must be there because it's important. And if it's not, then we're not even making it better, we're making it worse. Like Jacob Zuma said. But comprehension, like people do it in school for 10 years and they pass really well.
Yeah.
And they even go through university and pass really well and they get a job.
Sure.
But it's almost like the comprehension they passed was to comprehend how to follow instructions to do the job, but not to personally comprehend.
Yeah.
So, as a problem, it's generally a lot of people have a problem with comprehension. People do not comprehend when you say to them, "Good morning, Tado," and you say, "Hey, Tada." Okay, that's fine. But generally, the greeting you good morning is because I haven't seen you yesterday.
Sure.
I want to know how are you since yesterday. Good morning, Tat. Hey, good morning, Warren. How are you? Hey, man, I'm not fine. What happened? Load shedding yesterday. We all have the same problem. I'm truly interested in knowing how you are, how you doing. Comprehend that. Common sense is not always common. So, ke problem yabona. Like, it is very stupid for you not to accept and understand and comprehend that this is just but history. So you want us to call, you want us to embrace a statue that is Paul Kruger Square. But when we look at what Paul Kruger did to our country and our people, you can't allow us to, we don't even need your permission to allow us. But why are we even having that conversation? You know what I mean?
I think what's even weirder is despite how you try and make it clear that Maburu did not refer to farmers, but to the system of the Nats. That's what Maburu was. If you see a police car, run, Maburu Aitla. the system is coming, the cops are coming. It had nothing to do with any farmer. But because Renare Dom, when we hear the song, we want to think, let's go attack a farmer.
This is why we need
It's insulting. It's insulting.
It is.
To say the least.
It is. So I find that plays like We Shall Sing for the Fatherland raises those issues. And that's why everybody who is a theater goer and non-theater going people can relate to the subject, because it is a topic and a subject and a conversation that we are not having. And it touches...
But we are living it.
But we are living it. But it touches us the most when we see it and more truths are revealed for us, that there is a lot of untruth. So why would you want to live in the unrealness if real is real? I mean, why would you say the sun comes up at night when you clearly see that it comes up during day? Like, these people baba domo baba domileng ka teng. Deeper. I'll give you another example. Like the Gregorian calendar is something else, but when you look at the time that we use more lifing, is that when does day start? Tato. The day starts when the sun comes up, and when does day end? When the sun goes down. So why would the day start in the middle of the night? And they say it is the first minute of the first hour. It is midnight that the day. Why you try it is it's midnight, but day is starting.
Exactly, but you're saying.
But now that you
but Masa Hasos.
Like Kanjan Ma Africa. So even though you and I now have revealed that moment, we understand it.
Yeah.
Are you going to change your time on your watch to go from the first hour being 6 o'clock?
No, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen because you choose not to make it happen.
But
that's what we choose with our daily things. We choose to say, yeah, but you know what? They brought us McDonald's.
It's okay. Let them try some more.
Yeah, because then we don't have to kill a cow to eat a slice of beef patty. But still, it's because you don't know that it's not a beef patty. You know what I mean? So when I came from Ethiopia once upon a time, I used to wear 2 watches because I was trying to get my brain used to communicating with you to say, Warren, we start at 11:05 in the morning. So Nafona, it would be 5:05 in the morning.
Ah, yes.
So get operate mentally for myself.
What did the trip to Ethiopia do for you? And what were you doing in Ethiopia?
Whoa. I was doing another theater show called When Swallows Cry.
Yes.
And it was 3 actors in the show, Christian Skumbi, Mpose Tutu, and myself. And all 3 of us played 3 characters. And all these 3 characters were not based in South Africa. But so the characters I played, so it was about refugees, basically. So then we went to perform the show at the African Union HQ in Addis Ababa. And it was a summit of that year. And we were there for like 7 days. I met a guy called Yafet Makinen.
Yeah.
Oh, I fell in love with that guy. The mother of my child was like, "Wena oratana le Yafet," because I love Yafet.
Yes.
He imparted a whole lot of knowledge. Lemo Africa. Why am I forgetting his name? But we were at the African Union, we were in Addis Ababa. I had never had such wise, intelligent information about the life of Africans and history of Africa, religious-wise and politically wise. Haile Selassie, the Queen, Rastafari. I went to go visit the cathedral. I went to see the tombstone near him, Emperor Haile Selassie and the Queen. I wished I went to the other churches, Bola Libela, but it's a travel and a trip you need to organize and plan for. Just conscious people, not just black conscious, but like conscious people. I learned a lot about language. I learned that all the languages that are in the world come from some language that is in Ethiopia, and they even gave me examples that you find in Setswana, Sesotho, Sepedi, Venda, and then you find that, but in Amharic and other languages.
Yes.
So, language, like all languages, like when I was in Ethiopia, like I wanted to lose my passport so that maybe the embassy can keep me there for like a month while they furnish me with another one. It's awakening to be in Ethiopia. You come back.
Should Africans put Ethiopia on the bucket list for places to visit? Because often we're quick to want to go to your Miamis and your New Yorks and your Parises.
Yeah.
But, how many of us want to go to Timbuktu?
I was going to take you there.
Or go to Ethiopia and learn about life there and how, as Africans, we have a lot of what started in Ethiopia is what we are doing, but we never pay homage to Ethiopia for that. Or we don't even know enough. We don't even know enough about our own history. How are we going to know about Ethiopia?
So that's why I'm saying the history in our syllabus and our curriculum is a problem.
It's actually shocking.
Because then we will never learn those things unless some other people who are knowledgeable will share that information, because it will never even be in your interest to travel to those countries because of the system that nourishes you to say Cape Town is a holiday destination. What is there? Robben Island. What's there? Robben Island is an island where people were imprisoned not for nice reasons, and mostly political reasons that had a lot to do with liberating this country. So how can you then teach that as a tourist attraction? We take Mali, for instance. When Thabo Mbeki was president, he said there are scribes and scrolls there that have everything about everything that ever that exists in the world, especially how it was created. And I mean, it's considered the best university in the world. And you have Ethiopia. So until you tell more Africa about the truth about time, they will never tap into the idea of visiting Ethiopia. And I think we should make it a tourist destination, because we have to be intentional, Molifing. You have to be intentional, Molifing. We named our son Mansa for the mere fact, should it happen that Azube, Nyaube, or cat or mandrax in the future, the name should remind him that I am a Mansa. Just as you ask me, what does Mondwana mean or Warren mean or a name means, then he will be able to know that Mansa in English translates to an emperor, a sultan. But who else was named Mansa? And he will learn that there was a Mansa Musa. Who was Mansa Musa? The wealthiest person to have ever lived up to today. And what was Mansa Musa known for to be this wealthy up to today, 2024? He had carriages of gold on his train, and wherever he traveled, the residue of gold would just drip everywhere. Villages everywhere where people lived. And what was the currency in Mali? It was gold.
Absolutely.
And where is the gold today? It's in England. So if we don't teach, and we don't even need to leave telltale signs. We must be intentional.
And unapologetic.
Because
it's almost like Rabatsaba.
Bomang.
It's almost like Rabatsaba, the people that came and pillaged our continent.
Who are they?
And a lot of them treat us like we are guests on our own continent. It's almost like Rabakapile. You know what it's like? It's almost like someone coming into your house and deciding that, okay, this is mine, and I'm staying. Now you're in your own house, but Okapile, the guy who came into the house.
How does that make you feel?
And the minute you want to stand up and talk, is like, no, we don't do that here. Or wachampisa. Or what will people say?
So then, what did Nelson Mandela fight for, if he's the hero?
Seemingly nothing.
Geraure and other people who liberated this country, were they not fighting for the freedom, Yahore? As a black person in your country, you can't be sitting in Deep Kloof. After you moved me from my own place and you moved me to Deep Kloof, you now come into Deep Kloof to tell me, what are you doing? Sleep. Why is your light on? Who's this one visiting? Why is he from Botswana visiting you? What are you guys talking about? No, this is treason. So now to hold that reason ourselves, because we are not talking about it. Because when we talk about it amongst ourselves, we say, don't upset people.
Yeah.
And that's why then people get so upset and they ban buildings and they ban universities and they ban the structures, because when the government then was not listening to the people to say, leave us to be and enjoy our freedom. You can't come into my house and ask me for my passbook. Now we are saying, let's not make that noise, because these people will come to your house and say, give me your ID. I'm blacklisting you. You are no longer going to be a farmer. In the Farmers Agriculture Conference, you are not even invited anymore. Cut your ship. Oh, ship. Do you know what I mean?
No, not that sheep, not that sheep. That sheep can go.
So and that's why people will revolt, and that's why people will fight, and that's why many more buildings will burn.
Sure.
It happened Gabu Putatswana. When the ANC government was saying Mangoba Anyago negotiate, and then the people said, okay, Naranyaga ANC, Mangope Aranyage. What did they do? They banned. And now when the ANC is doing vibes to them, what do? They ban.
Because that's what you know.
Because
You're a banner, or my ban.
freedom, arena freedom, and worse, we are not creating spaces.
And we're hungry, and it's like one thing after another. It's almost like people can't catch a break.
They can even catch a break. That's why they shoot people on the highway and drive very fast cars, because why would you want to be driving fast? The destination is not going to move, my man. Huh?
Hey, leave home on time.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably the saddest thing, especially with African leaders, this thing of self-importance, that I must be in this expensive German sedan with blacked out windows and
you know what that does?
And a motorcade. Because now for me, if you are a proper leader about the people and you deliver, you'll never need security. You will never need security because you are delivering.
So essentially what you and I agree on is that society are high walls, electric fans, and tinted windows with bulletproof cars, SUVs, is created by the problem that we are not solving, that ends up being the need for your security.
Absolutely.
So there's a majority of people who are hungry. And in KwaZulu, but indlala ibanga ulaga.
Sure.
Musu no laga awusawubamba umshini. Ingakho uzophihliza imoto yomlungu erobotini, smash and grab. Because that iPhone 14 can at least get me 1,000 rand. And you, after it's snatched from you, are not bothered. Why? Because you have Apple insurance. So you are not fixing the problem. You are actually spitting in the face of the problem. When they come up to your window and say, I have a degree, I know you work inside this building at Old Mutual. Please, can you give me an apprentice, a learnership or whatever? You roll your window up. But you forget they know you and that you work in this building. They know your number plate, your registration plate, and they have friends who are unemployed, who know things. And then you get surprised when you're in your shower and there are 7 people in your house and your alarm did not go off and your Rottweilers did not do anything and nothing happened, and they clean you for 7 days because you're the CEO of Omushwa. I was just asking for 3,000, but now I'm going to clean 3 million from you because you are not dealing with the problem.
How do we deal with the problem?
Hey, I myself don't have the answer. But my answer to that would be...
Let me tell you what I think needs to be done to deal with a lot of what the problem has become. Because we're dealing with a lot of leaders who have no business being in leadership in the first place, or whose only qualification is the fact that we're in the trenches together, therefore versus who is the best possible person for this position that I was in the trenches with. if we're going to, okay, let's stay in the trenches here. Let's stay with the people that we're in the trenches with, because that happens politically across the globe.
Yeah.
Exactly. But are you having the best possible people doing the best possible delivery for your people? And again, now I'm not going to say Lisaja. Every government wajiwa. But if you are eating before you even deliver a road or a clinic or a house, then what is it all for? And then La Makala, when people start being agitated, when people start saying, we're going to burn this, we're going to burn that, when you're doing nothing for them. When Warren can take, 500 million rand to go build houses for people, but doesn't deliver houses. But Warren is still driving around in his expensive car. Warren is not in jail.
I am not affiliated with any political party, especially in South Africa or anywhere in the world. But what I want to say is that I want to bring everybody to this observation. Think about it. All the deputies to a minister within a ministry, what do they do Monday to Friday? Deputy president, deputy, arts and culture, all the deputies, what do they do Monday to Friday?
So what are you saying?
When the president is not in the country, what is the deputy president doing and where is he? That is for you to observe and answer. Why? So speaking about the ministry that I work under, which is arts and culture, not sports, because they were separate before. So before they were joined and before they were not, in the Ministry of Sports, Arts and Culture, do we have a Dingan Tobela or a Professor Zakes Mda who's done the works of the arts or sport?
That have
like
lived,
Credo Muto,
that have lived and breathed it.
the art. I said I'm not of any political party and not affiliated with any. Why is it that bucks can be moved around from ministry to ministry to ministry to ministry? Bucks. What does he specialize in? They say Vets gives you the edge. Every year, how many kids are getting the edge and are on the edge to deliver? JHB, Johannesburg, Boma, it's a monthly thing. Like Josie Boma, it's a monthly thing. But we've known where Josie Ibodile underneath, way before a majority of us came to Joburg. But we have town planners, city managers, people who just deal specifically with those things, who are masters at it. They have masters, if not honors, if not degrees, if not need a 3 months work experience, because you again are going to need a 3-year experience from them for you to hire them. But you are not hiring them. Instead, Tato is going to be on the podcast, Warren is going to act. When Tato is acting, then Warren will do the podcast. So it hurts. And that's why people will revolt when we don't fix things. So we must take these people, because people are leaving the country.
Yeah.
We have chartered accountants who are in Ireland and Scotland, and they say, don't tell me. And you say, but chartered accountants, they get money. So they're like, don't tell me about my country, because we cannot implement the things that needs to be implemented, and we are not satisfied to stay in a position of a partner or a senior manager for 10 years but not implement the change.
Sure.
And Giswelo Hor, I am at PricewaterhouseCoopers. No. They leave. So is it going to be like that Warren must leave and go to Hollywood for Warren to be a great actor, or it's the South African film industry to say, wow,
And then when Warren
we tell our stories and they're accepted globally?
and then when Warren wins an award, all of a sudden he's one of us.
What do you mean?
Ke ngwana a rona.
What do you mean?
You know-
Minus Shutdown is a documentary that won an award in America. I think it must have been the award, the Oscars or something.
Yeah.
And the minister of Natim Teto then at the time said, congratulations.
The Minister of Congrats and Condolences.
You call him that. He said, congratulations to the cast and crew of Miners Shutdown.
Imagine.
Who was the cast? It's the miners
The
who were
miners.
shot.
It's not a cast and crew.
They were shot. So how do you congratulate dead people who were fighting for just an increase?
But maybe
So you
technically,
really are
no, but technically, had they not been shot, there wouldn't have been a documentary, there wouldn't have been an award.
So that's what he.
So maybe he was being technical when he said congrats to the cast and crew.
Yes,
Eh?
so that's what people see us doing, and that's how people. But to barabona be and ida and yeah, head, but there is no but. Yeah, head, and it's not correct. It's not right that every day we go to sleep with these issues that can be resolved.
Yeah.
Like on the highway, bulbs are being put up. The streets are brighter. The strata dia paintiwa, barrier lines. You understand what's going on? Yeah, it's that time because they can't do it in November, December because the streets are busy.
Sure.
So you have to enjoy that bliss and pleasure now,
Food parcels loading.
so that come next year we can thrive.
Absolutely. My man,
So get puppet.
I could talk to you the whole day, but you have to go to your next appointment, and we've run out of time. But we will do a part 2. We're gonna play a game called When Last.
Okay.
When last did you see someone else on stage or on screen and said, "Damn, I wish I'd gotten that role"?
My friend Mutusi Machano.
Yes.
I was sitting with him at the SAFTAs this past weekend.
Yeah.
I love Mutusi. I mean, people say, Denzel Washington, stage or film or whatever.
Yeah.
There are other actors globally and in South Africa. But I love my friend Mutusi when he arts. You can smell the fat.
Yeah.
Mutusi, like in an ad, he's playing a robot.
Yeah.
And you're like, Isan.
Yeah.
You see him on stage.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa. you watch him on Netflix unseen there playing that writer.
Yes.
And you're like, Mutusi.
Yeah.
Is it because I don't have the beard? But it's not about the beard and the hair, Warren. Hey, Mutusi.
No. He kicks ass.
He kicks ass.
kicks
Mutusi Machano.
Yeah.
Mutusi. Yeah, that is Mutusi Machano.
I'm trying to debate who you have a crush on, Mutusi or Mr. Makonnen in Ethiopia.
No, I have a whole lot of male lovers. I'm a lover.
When last did you feel robbed about a role you played? Whether it's an award or just critical acclaim.
I played a character called Stakey on Ring of Lies,
Yes.
161, the channel on DSTV. Was starting out with telenovelas. So first it was like a season of 52 episodes.
Yeah.
And it was commissioned for a novella, a telenovela, 180 episodes. My man, like, I was playing alongside Vele Manenje. I love you, Vele. I love a lot of people. So my storyline with Vele was coming to an end. It was kick-ass in the first season, but when we went into the telenovela, it was almost like they didn't have a story for us. So we said to the EP, we're like, "Yo, man, we love this show and." We really feel like this show would be different without the two of us. Please may we workshop.
Yeah.
And with so much love, she allowed us to workshop on a Saturday, brought in the head writer and a couple of writers who were part of the team on the show. And we wrote our story, gave them a couple of beats, and we managed to stay on the show until the end.
Oh, wow.
And when we got nominated for this award, twice I didn't win it. And I gave it my all, bro. Like I spoke Sepedi, sa Rasukukuni, the district.
In fact, didn't you move in with a Pedi family so that you could learn properly?
No, I went home every Saturday.
Yeah.
Every weekend I went home.
Yeah.
And my friend's nephew, who was at TNG, TUT, a student there,
yes.
So I used to sit down with shoes.
Yes.
And we used to translate word for word, proverb for proverb, sentences, dialogue.
You gave everything.
And I paid him.
Yo.
And twice when we got nominated for this award, this was the only time I wrote a speech because
You were ready.
ever in all the awards that I've had and attended, this
Yeah.
was the only time I wrote down a speech. It was twice for this role.
Yeah.
And I would tell Shoes, and I say, Shoes, you have to watch the awards. I'm going to mention you on TV. And
How did you feel when the award didn't come?
the second time when it did, the first time it was just like, okay, yeah, I can see, yeah, those actors are hot, actually, Warren. You're not the only actor in South Africa. The second one, when I didn't win it, and I saw who they gave that award, or who the award went to, I said to the person sitting next to me, I was like, it was on screen. I don't regret that moment. I don't regret that moment.
You swore at one Viewers' Choice Awards.
I did who?
You swore.
What do you mean?
Oroakani.
Oh, I thought you meant I made a vow.
No.
No, my man, I don't do that. Not on national TV.
Eh?
No, what do you mean? What did you hear?
You didn't swear us
What
one.
did you read?
Eh?
Did you read it or did you hear it?
I heard you.
Were you
I'm,
watching?
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what you said.
But were you watching?
I'm sure I saw the clip.
Yeah, you see, that's what clips do because they normally are backed up with a caption.
So you were
that
not.
supports-
So you were not swearing on live TV during an award ceremony.
Which awards were this?
Wasn't it the Viewers' Choice
Oh,
Awards?
the Viewers' Choice Awards.
Yes.
Hey, but Papa.
Also, now you remember.
La Papa, like La Papa. Don't wax your ears. It's not healthy. You must visit an ENT, ear, nose, and throat specialist. I'll clear it for you guys. It's about time I clear it because there was a point where I had to apologize. I was like, I'm not gonna apologize for something I didn't do.
Sure.
So Presley Choniachai is nominated for this award.
Yeah.
I've won it.
This was in 2020.
2020,
Yes.
yeah, 3 weeks before level 5 lockdown because of COVID.
Absolutely.
So in 2019, I was nominated and I won the award. But I was not there to receive it. I was in Uganda, in Kampala, doing a theater show.
Yes, sir.
So Presley goes up and he receives the award for me, and he bigs me up like I was receiving the award myself. He says,
Sure.
clearly I'm not Presley Choniachai. Clearly I'm not Warren Masemola, I'm Presley Choniachai. This one goes out to Mama Zala, batho ba godi ele Soshanguve, Mama Zala, Warren ole rata plaine, lina la gagwe la Setswana ke Montloana. I was like, oh, Tobetsa, and Tobetsa Chomia.
Sure.
So now, 2020, I'm nominated again with Presley, but I make it to the awards.
Yeah.
And I had just taken a young man who just graduated from drama school, and I was like, come experience what the industry is.
Yeah.
And meet people, writers, directors, famous people, celebrities, whatever. How the category comes up. And I say, and then it goes, and the winner is Warren Masemola. I look at Presley. I look at this boy that was my date, and I'm like, And then I have to go up and receive the award.
Sure.
So I was disappointed. Presley's not getting, because for the role he played on the river,
Yes.
he's
No,
on
can't
another
touch him,
level.
can't touch him.
He's on another level.
Can't touch him.
So then I'm saddened, but I have to go take and accept the award. So I take it in, so I grab the mic from Kaiser Jr., and then I walk there just to catch a breath. And then I come back, because I did not prepare a speech.
The time you prepared a speech, they robbed you.
They robbed.
So you didn't prepare a speech this time.
Yeah. Did I heard her?
Yeah.
So then I give thanks to Presley. I say, thank you very much, everybody who voted for me to win this award. I didn't expect to win this award. I'm winning this award for the second time after being nominated for it 3 times since the inception of the awards. So this is quite big time for me. Presley, Mpenchaka, Tobetsa. I thought it would win. Ungetsetsa Maseba. Presley, Tobetsa, Mpenchaka, Ungetsetsa Maseba.
Yeah.
What's that?
You're the shit.
You're the shit.
If you want. Yeah.
So if you say you're the shit, is it swearing?
So did they ask you to apologize?
Hold up. And then fast forward, I say to everybody that took their time to vote for me, I thank you, especially the people who are in Ward 34 or Ward 36. where my mom was laying,
Sure.
critically, and I said, thank you. And I said to them and the audience, I said, you guys got me stupid. You guys got me feeling stupid, like a mother father.
So how are the fuck?
My man, how can I thank but people who are on their deathbeds, gospel old lady who's also dying at the same time and say motherfucker? I mean, batswadi ba ka ba nkgodisitse boima and ba nkgodisitse pila ka molao. So I would never. And it hurt me the most because my mom had to tell me, apologize. And I said, Mom, I was thanking you.
Sure. You lost Mama a year later.
Yeah.
When last did you reminisce about conversations that are really memorable that you had with Mama?
So every time I get paid, I remember my mom. Because
What do you remember?
my tithe would go to her. Because
Oh,
I don't go to church.
Oh,
I don't
yes,
do
yes,
church.
yes. But 10% must go somewhere.
Nyokwa ka tshwanetse e je ke mama ka. O nkgodisitse boima.
Absolutely.
Like literally, o nkgodisitse boima. After we lost my dad in '95, when the country was turning and I had to go to school with Afrikaners and do all my subjects in Afrikaans after liberation and freedom. Me already o nkgodisitse boima.
Sure.
So my 10% would go to her, more than 10%. Yo, my old lady, more better, hardcore. I reminisce of her when I get paid. I reminisce of her when I get a job or a contract. I reminisce of her on her birthday, the 30th of November, because he shares it with my friend, my really, really tight friend, Tauma Sarumule.
Sure.
If I was not with my mom on the 30th, I'd be with Tau celebrating his birthday. So I remember her on her birthday. I remember her on the date she died. Yeah, and every other time, Mansalifika, Ahola. Yeah.
My next question was going to be when last did you cry, but it just happened now. So I witnessed
You can
it.
ask it because I can answer it. I cry, my man. Like I cry. I think maybe twice a day. It's emotions, and I don't hold them back, and I don't lock them. I am a Christ. Like I enjoy it.
Have you ever cried during very good sex?
Yes, yes. Because I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, where now?
And it gets better.
Where now? Like you, I never imagined you. So I was like, you, yeah.
Why chukuta?
Ay, ke tshoko tsa bja nna kwe. Ka bona di le tswa so ka ra mfana o la le setso o lo go backseat like I know or raw.
Only AK. AK ga khala le wena wa khala.
Little tsaka ile go rotmalele. But yeah, I'm a Christ man, and I encourage anybody. I mean, women are like, because basadi abasala, because bana lidi those propellers. What do you call them?
It comes at a cost now.
Yeah, it comes at a cost. You know, the makeup lady must come in, the camera must stop rolling.
Sure.
You know, just on red carpet because only Sagora we now what?
Exactly.
No. As we cry, my man, we don't care. Yo, you have to cry, you have to laugh, you have to tap into your emotions because hona le di mental health illness, hona le di depression,
Sure.
hona le di heart attack, hona le di chest pains, hona le di ulcer.
Sure.
So botla, you have to burp, you have to laugh, you have to cry.
Pressure release.
Live the life.
Sure.
Because I spoke to one dead person and they said, enjoy your life while you're still alive because there is no life once you die. You dead. When you die, you dead.
Sure.
There's no life. You can't be like, Isa, ngabing 10 year all star. 10 year all star manje.
Sure.
if you can't afford it, thenga ikayo star, ungene endaweni ufana nabanye abantwana.
Be a star.
Foster mo lifeng. Osembialo, yeah. Mo lefatsheng wa nyewa, guys. Don't take it lightly, like wa nyewa. And regards to stop ke taba ya dikeledi with that we can't cry. No, crying is the least of our problems. Our problems are the ones that are making us cry, and our happiness and moments we celebrate are the ones that make us cry. So we should. It's an emotion, man.
Let go. Ole time la lifika.
Hundreds.
In fact, our son's share name, my 8-year-old Kilifika Len. When last did you feel bad about how you reprimanded him or disciplined him, that maybe you've now changed in how you parent him?
Ish. So this year, he started school, play school.
How old is Lifika?
He just turned 3 in July, in June. So we took him to school at the beginning of the year. And so, you know, they have their own home comforts.
Sure.
Like, so his is a shark dude, a teddy from Sharaki, baby shark, and a dragon that he calls a dinosaur, but today we call it a dragosaur, and then eventually we will call it a dragon. And he's got all animals of the farm, like small like that. So it's been the hardest thing to do when we leave the house to say, Papa, teacher Mimi doesn't allow this at school. You can't bring your toys to school. Yeah, man. Because I don't want the last moment of him and I be a sad one before he starts his day.
Exactly.
Because I believe it will influence the rest of his day.
Yeah, he's there the whole day. And if he's sad on the way to school,
you know,
yeah.
Now then it means I'm sad on the way to school, dropping him off, and I'm sad.
So are you like me? Are you one of those parents that you'll discipline your child and then you feel bad about it after that?
Yeah. Because actually you see the natural emotional change and how it affects them. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it positive? Is it negative?
Yeah.
So I ain't sorry about that thing. So what I do now is when he sleeps, then I clean the house of toys. Like I hide them. And so one time I hid even the car keys. Because, and so we had to leave for school. We couldn't find the keys. And I had to find the spare keys, but they're too far to find. But eventually fetch the spare keys. So now I hide everything. And that when he wakes up, it's just breakfast.
Focus is breakfast and school.
Breakfast, bath, and school.
Sure. When last did you go to bed hungry?
2.
When last did you go to bed on an empty stomach?
It was this year.
This year already?
Yeah.
Yo?
It was not a fast. But I just wanted to stretch myself and mourn my mom.
Sure.
It was a year after she had passed.
Yes.
No, 2022. Not this year. This is 2023.
Yeah,
it was last year.
Yeah, this is 2 years since she passed.
Yeah, so last year. Because, yeah.
When last did you sleep on an empty stomach because there was no money? And you had no choice?
It was a long time ago. It was after drama school. I was sharing a cottage with a friend of mine, Tau. And yeah, we met at drama school 2003.
Broken hearts, everything.
Sundowns.
You've shared it all.
Spady, mapedi, everything. We've shared a bed, a bars, girls. We've shared a lot, So we were so broke. We had just graduated from drama school, and we believed we were not going home to be called back for work, or we were not going to, like we were going to soldier on.
Yes.
So we didn't have anything on us, and so, but I smoked cigarettes, and together we smoked weed, and Nernali and Boroto Bama Pakistani would be like foreign. But one time we didn't have that foreign for boroto
Or an onion.
or an onion.
Yeah.
But mono honali the onion moting, we took the peel of an onion because all we had was my last 2 cigarettes, the ganja, and the leaves of the weed. So we rolled the weed, got the leaf, the onion,
Oh, wow.
and we smoked, and we slept, and we woke up, and there was still no plan,
No food.
and we chilled. Now there was nothing to smoke. I think it was 2 days, Madude, yeah, 2 days. Hey man, ratswara getlala, re smile, re tsatsa vaseline.
And smoking doesn't help because it makes you want
It makes
to
you
eat.
more hungry. And anything we could get from anybody we knew was weed.
Yeah.
So,
You just got more weed.
yeah, in fact, oh, sharp, get sharp, man, I can quiet. And then, here, 3 cigarettes.
Yeah.
If they say, here's 5 rand 2 cigarettes, then we're going to buy food for survival.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, hey, graduating straight after drama school, man, it was tough. It was real.
It's been a blessed journey, though, for you.
It was, and it is, because
When last did you pinch yourself about this journey?
it was that time, and I said, Tau, we have to do some. I don't know how I found myself a gig that would pay me 500 rands a week for doing 5 shows, 1 show a day. So it was basically 100
$100
rands.
a show.
It was promoting Castle Milk Stout in Anglo Platinum mines there. So we'd leave observatory bedrooms at 4 in the morning.
So you stay Mukasi there, more Betram.
Yeah, it was the cheapest suburb in Johannesburg.
That's where YFM was there at the time.
I know, at the corner, yeah. So, yeah, this lady would pick me up with 2 other dancers from Yeovil, young girls, and I'd be the MC. These girls would be dancing there like Boom Chaka, and I'm speaking Fanagalo there. These old men are hungry, they don't have enough money, but hell, they drink, man. Now I'm here to promote Castle Milk Stout to them.
Yeah.
And that gig for that day is 100 rand, but I don't receive it on the day. I'll receive it on a Friday
Jeez.
as 500 rands. But at least they're on the way, they're buying us something to eat.
Yeah, there's per diem. We have 1 meal a day at least.
I have to come back with that meal to share with Tau, or if she's not buying the food for us, she's like, here's 100 rands, buy yourself food. I hold on to that 100 rands.
Because Tau must also eat.
Yeah, ke bubi, ke fish oil, ke eiye.
No, $100 goes a
That's
long
why.
way.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You just cook pap, you say onion, you say salt, and then you eat. And then the sishayabo vors or chicken is in your head.
It's your
You
imagination.
imagine it.
And when you're an actor,
We both actors. we imagine it.
so you can imagine caviar with pap and you are rocky.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Well, let's why lela or not feel like norok. Second as a norok. Second that's why raw salt.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was then, and then I pinched myself. I was like, yo, man. And then we lived on that 500 rand a week until I vowed that, you know what, I'm scared of going broke. Mo lifing. At some point in my life, and I'm not going back there. And I will have a family in my life in the future, and I do not want to have the fear of poverty in my life.
Yeah.
So that's when I pinched myself, and that fear of I started developing a fear of not being employable as an actor.
Oh, yes.
Because that's how we operate. We are contract workers. So that fear of not being employable is the one that changed things for me. And it's because I pinched myself at that moment.
No, but
And
what I meant though, when last did you pinch yourself in disbelief that you've been this blessed in your career?
this place where I am now, man, it was when I was doing work for Black is King for Beyonce. Yeah, I lost my mind for a moment there. Like imagine you are Beyonce and your son is Lefika. So I'm thinking, oh my word, Beyonce must be sitting with Blue Ivy, and Blue Ivy must be going like, oh mama, who's that guy with no hair that plays the sky in Black is King? And imagining that Beyonce might just say, oh, that's Warren. Yeah! I want you at that moment, and he won, and I'm thinking it, and I'm like, Karai, mfana Masemola, my big brother's Masemola.
Sure.
Because when pizza mfana Masemola or Shona. So I'm like, oh my word. Hey man, mfana Masemola. Disney Plus is coming to the country.
Yes.
Disney Plus is going to play Black is King. And I'm like, never ever did I imagine I would work with Beyonce. Mama Lifika is the one who introduced me to Beyonce. Then I became a fan, and then so first Mama Lifika introduced me to Beyonce. Years later,
As into her music.
yeah, to her music.
Okay.
I knew her music, but I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Chick flick kind of
Sure.
genre. Then I started enjoying her music, watched it on projector, concerts and stuff. And then working with her,
Sure.
hey,
Did you guys get to meet when you were working on Black is King?
do you know that thing called non-disclosure agreement? In short, it's called NDA. We signed it.
Nda.
Barmy.
Nda. And finally, when last did you tell Tau how much he means to you?
On Sunday when he came to the show,
Yeah. Because he's your ride or die, man.
yeah, man. Yeah, everybody knows. That was my ride or die. Yo, ke marata ka pelo a ke otlhe, ma dude, umpitsa malome. Sometimes I call him Twitter because he's so informative.
Sure.
He's got a whole lot of knowledge about our culture as black people, our culture as the Bedi people, our culture as the people of Sekukuni, ele Maoshi Arona, the kings and there. I met Tau at drama school. And we are both Sundance fans, so you can imagine Sundance games.
And it doesn't help that Kaizer Chiefs has launched chips. So you guys are going to be eating even some more.
This is how much I love Tau. I quote Tau in some of my captions.
Hey, for real?
There's one I quoted him in one of my posts. I said, Amakosi are the Kaizer Chiefs.
Be very careful now.
No, it's fine.
That's my team.
No. We run this country when it comes to soccer.
That's
even
my
the
team.
studio, they can't see that side.
This is gold. This is not yield.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be worried. You know what gold does, eh? Same, birds of the same feathers. So Tau says, Kaizer Chiefs, Amakosi Weball. Like they are the ancestors of soccer. That's how much I love my friend. Because I lost my lifelong friend, Koketo Mwabelo. We met when we were 5 years old through school. Rokopan Goskolo. Much like that, we met at drama school. So Koketo Mwabelo, we met when we were 5. We shared a desk. He changed schools. I forced my parents to follow him to whatever school he went.
Oh, wow.
And even 95, when I went to this Afrikaner school, is because I was trying to go to Goki School, Capital Park Primary. But when I went to apply with my father, we said, it's on Flower Street. There are 2 streets on Flower. The one is English, the one is African.
You ended up in the African school.
Come December, Joe, take one uniform out. He says, no, bro, this one, I am a woo, fuck.
So Koki was learning English, you were learning Afrikaans, same street.
So I'm going to travel like a transport one. The mission now is not coming together. Fast forward, so Koki then, we've been friends ever since. We did everything together.
Sure.
And in 2009, even at drama school, Botau and my teachers at drama school and classmates, they knew Tau. I mean, Koki.
Koki, yes.
Yeah, he just came in for lunch because he was doing metallurgy engineering at Wits Doornfontein.
Oh, this take.
Wits Tech, yeah. Fast forward 2009, I'm at rehearsal on the 24th of September, Heritage Day. I get a call. Shola, do you know anything? I'm like, now, I'm working because I'm expecting him to come with my younger brother. Holiday, we made plans. Hey, and then I was like, Denzel, there's something in Ashaya minds. I need to call. And then I called the girlfriend and she confirmed. Jeez. And today, every year, the 5th of... So he was born on the 5th of October. Today's the 5th. And he passed on the 24th of September. These 2 days, including the date when my mom passed away and the date that is my mom's birthday are one of my most celebrated days. I celebrate them from the bottom of my heart, yet they are very emotional. Sure, with Kogi, I've moved on. I've dealt with the grief, and I am dealing with the grief around my mom's passing. It's not going to be anytime soon, anytime fast. So, Tau is what Kogi was to me. We met on day one at school, clicked, and we've been friends ever since.
And you strike me as a very loyal friend. And
I'm a very loyal person.
And the fact that you'd be doing gigs for mines in Rustenburg, and the one meal they'd buy for you, you'd save, take it back to the house where there was an onion and weed that you guys can eat together. Very few people will do that. Very few people.
Thank you, man. I'm a very loyal guy. I have to tell you, and then down the line, when Dau started getting something, he felt that he wanted to leave because we had another friend move in, and when the third friend moved in and I was having sex and they were not having sex, then when he left for Cape Town, then Dau also left. And I was like, where are you going? It's like, yeah, plus wena, you go inconsiderate, you're having sex, I can hear everything.
What are you supposed to do?
And I can hear everything. Yeah, is it because on you go 500 denyana? And I'm like,
hold on.
Get Emile. You are gonna come back from Tembisa, from that your sister's house. You are gonna come back here. We're going to fight about it.
Yeah.
And we fought about it in that same cottage, and he moved back in.
So was it a cottage?
So Mudimu, it's a house, but then what is it includes a bedroom.
How were you guys staying in the cottage?
Yeah.
Were you sharing a cottage?
Yeah.
So there's three of you.
So
and then whenever you decided to have sex in the cottage.
My man, my bedroom is the only one with the door. The other bedroom doesn't have a door.
So they can hear everything, little of cloth for everything.
Yeah. It was not nice, I know, guys, but it was a small space, and yeah, it was that. But
I don't think you get 500.
But it was because I could have no regular chicken liver, so I got a regular chicken liver and a regular chicken liver.
Yeah.
So just because of where.
Yeah.
So I can't say don't clove here.
Exactly.
More Africa. That's why I go once I get it.
But it's only in Africa though that even at your poorest, when you're making $500 a week, someone will say to you, "I'll fund 500."
Yeah. Because honestly, because before we iraga timing.
Sure.
But now because I was or regular pump up mattress.
Oh yes.
Wa pampa beano.
Yeah.
Onale duvet. I say
yeah.
Duvet cover fell. Onale duvet cover inside.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So di lo tsa di ba soft and it's ka di be soft. So go lenkare ke tsuba sekerete ka montlung mare re tsuba patje ka montlung he ke tsuba sekerete ka montlung o tsuba sekerete ka montlung mare re tsuba patje ka montlung.
But how do you navigate that in a friendship where we are coming up together but your shit is starting to pop before your friend's stuff? Are you one of those people that will downplay your success? Because I've had situations where coming up with friends of mine were DJs, I wouldn't tell them some of my milestones because I almost felt like they might feel like I'm throwing it in their face. Yes, I expect them to be happy for me.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I want to downplay it because I don't want them to feel some kind of way. So I don't know how you guys navigated that in your friendship.
It's crazy because Tau was the one to do film and television before myself. He was on Blood Diamond with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yo.
I'm trying to join his agent, his management team.
Sure.
And Bang Tswarla Gonche, they're not hearing me. Tau did a whole lot of movies, internationals. At that time, so it's all life.
Sure.
So I think Naliana, we balanced it and still continue to balance it
Yes,
really well because Raratana.
And now you have your own rooms and your own mattresses and your own homes.
Yeah.
So everyone can do what they want.
So even then, when he was shooting Blood Diamond with all of these famous people, there was never a point where I was like, man, if I was at that agency, I would be with in the same film. No, it was more like, ish. If I was at the same agency, you and I would be in the same film.
Absolutely.
And we were then in another film together, Machine Gun Preacher, which is also an international, and we were in the same shot. So we celebrated each other for being in the same shot.
Yes, sir.
And we had to learn Arabic. And so when we were learning dialogue, because we're in the same scene, we're learning Arabic together. So I want to love it's a beautiful
It was
color.
perfect. It was perfect.
So sometimes he's Hollywood, and I'm just not even Lokshin, but I haven't even done Lokshin Basketball with David Gawe, and then I'm just doing children's theater shows there. Good morning, kids, get funny, Uncle. What go with Crawford or so? You're just like, I 1 year. Benja guy like Talo Hollywood, and Nakina Medzita for Lago Crawford.
When all Malume Motakala is the same.
I'm playing a dog. I'm playing a dog. I'm like being told. Wow. Crash, Tau goes almost Zambique, you know. Hey, I have a rig got you go so go tell Polana was we machomia. Yeah. What did the dog do on the table? What did the dog do? Yes.
And now here you are. You're the big dog now. So.
Mudimuti. Yeah.
My dude, we need to let you go. I think we've gone way over time. When I start being looked at funny by these people here,
I see them.
as long as you go,
Peripheral.
yeah. My dude, what are you working on next?
What am I working on next?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. We're going to be going back into the kitchen. I joined Fatal Seduction at the end of what is season 1. So we're going to be cooking.
So there'll be another Fatal Seduction.
Yeah.
Hey, banna.
And the minister will now be seen to be... Yeah, because in the first season, all you hear is his voice.
Yes.
And the last thing you see is his bum. But people are shaking. So
it is your bum.
Yes, sir. Very beautiful bum. I got very beautiful reviews.
So you're fine.
People liked my bum. Like, oh, Warren, we saw your bum. Oh, my word.
Oh, my word. It's so taut.
I wish I could grab it. And I like such compliments.
And you're fine with nudity and sex scenes and everything else?
I am fine with that as long as nobody has to see my dick because it is mine and mine alone.
I don't know how to ask this question without being funny.
Fine.
But alopecia, ingele shish.
Yeah.
So even the shishis are gone?
No, my man, like there's no hair anywhere.
Zero.
Like, no hair here, pubic area, even this pubic area, even inside the ear, the nose, the eyelashes, eyebrows.
Nothing.
My man. My man, don't start with me. Yo, there was a time where I was the one, bro. Like the girls were like, oh, Warren, I enjoy you so much because like you don't have hair. Like I love, oh my word.
I love giving you head because I don't have to floss after that.
My man. My man. Hey, it's a pleasure to have Palupishi. You know, Nipiziniaslega to say, hey, but some pleasures.
I understand.
We enjoy them.
I understand.
They're pleasurable.
When I will be easy, someone to shish.
Hey, man, I think it's trying to get let's say, like, come up. Let's dance. Don't hog the mic. Come up. No, I've had my fair share. No, alopecia is real, and I see. So like I hear people, you know, they're like, oh, I love Warren Masemola, and the fact that his illness doesn't deter him, and I'm like, it's not an illness.
It's a condition.
It's a condition. Illness. I mean,
how sick?
Comprehension. I was talking about it.
Yes.
Ill is sick, and then ness is the state and the nature of being ill.
Sure.
So when you say I have an illness, I never go weak. My body size is not because of this, because of my condition. Yeah, alopecia. Sure. Alopecia is just a condition of not having any hair cells, and hair cells don't grow back once you lose them. So if anybody's going through that, and already they have like this type of skin, and then here they have hair, like many women do, because a whole lot of women ask for it. They stretch their hair from kids when they are 4 years old, and they relax their hair. What you were doing is pulling the hairline back, and also what you're doing, you are contributing to a quick, it's not menopause, what do you call it? Fibroids. Yeah, those things. Because of chemical aids and so, especially mobile siding.
For real.
It damages the popelo, the womb. It damages that thing, the fibroids, very early in their life. Because of chemical, and a chemical for relaxer is being sold in this country, but banned in all African countries. And South Africa is the only country that uses that product. And it's on billboards and everything. And it damages hair. So even like as a woman, if you have half your hair here and they tell you this ointment does the work, it doesn't do the work. The hair cells are gone, you damaged them, and what's worse is that you are now further putting alcohol. Because I agree, you just drink the water, you say it's bottled water. You don't know it was bottled here in Pefeni at a big room. You must read. And you will see that anything that has petrol or paraffin in it, it's not to go on the skin.
Sure.
I don't understand why people shave a chiscorp and then they say spirit.
No, but you also need to understand that we are living in an era where
alcohol is damaging your skin.
But you need to understand, we're living in an era where people have reached a point, and often because of desperation, that we're willing to self-medicate or self-fix. I mean, how many guys are buying products from the filling station, from Mostrateng, that are meant to make you last longer, have a longer erection? You have no idea what is in that stuff, but we're buying it. Because for Ena, it's a solution. My
man,
you know what I mean? So I think we've reached a point where we're willing to risk health, life, and limb for a quick fix without reading exactly what it is we're taking.
My man, if you shave your eyebrows and you shave them for over 10 years, do you think they will grow back at some point?
Evolution will kick in eventually.
Do you understand? Tlohelang alcohol on your skin, take methylated spirit and put it here, a dot. It's not for the skin.
Sure.
So anything that has alcohol is not for the skin in general, dermatologically, anywhere. Anything in alcohol, methylated spirit is not ours.
We're out of time, my man.
I love you too.
Like I said,
let me make it to my apple.
Nalo and I, we can talk and talk and talk. But thank you so much for hanging out, my man. Thanks for being an inspiration. Thanks for giving us another reason to love you with just some of the stories and the anecdotes you've been sharing with us. And thanks for also reminding us that, make lasting friendships and hang on to the friends that are there for you, that are good to you. We hang on to people like that. The thing is, we're so used to the drive-through that we're going through friends all the time now. You're making new friends, you're hanging out with this person because you're making friends, and we know what tender. But like I said, you're a perfect example, Letao, that remember who's there from day one and keep those people close to you.
Amen.
Yeah, but like I said, ultimately you inspire a lot of us. So please just keep on just shouting from every tower to remind us we're great. We're African, we're great.
Amen. Can I just share one more message as a person who has alopecia? Please leave your hair as it is. It doesn't matter what ethnicity or race group you're of. Do not mess around with your hair. It's yours. But particularly speaking to Africans, your hair is your crown. Stop damaging and styling and putting chemicals in your hair. Natural as it is yours. Enjoy your hair and keep it like that. It's your crown. Wear your crown with pride. Before you take pride in your hair, when you see other race groups buying black people's hair, like Peruvian weave as a business now, respect your hair. It's your crown.
Absolutely.
Google Solomon, he had 7 robes, and Google why he had 7 robes on his hair. That's your power. That's your antenna.
Sure.
Yeah. Stay blessed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Warren Masemola is about to leave the building. Due to popular culture, when we enter October, many think of it as Halloween month. However, there's something more scary and more real than ghouls and ghosts, and that is breast cancer. So while we at Wow What a Week love to promote good vibes, we also figured we'd help to promote good health. And to those rolling their eyes, we're not just talking to the women out there. Guys, you also need to get yourself checked as well. It's actually nicer when your partner helps you feel. Even guys, help your partner feel. So wishing you all health, awareness, and a wow week ahead. We are coming to you from AMP Studios. We're part of the Africa Podcast Network. Shout out to Pezulu Works for the cinematography, our audio imaging, courtesy of Otis the Flow Fraser. Shout out to our Kuvesh Mohan, the creative producer and our show producer. That's me trying to be Sean Connery. Show producer, Kelecho Mudisha King. And email us at waw@africapodcastnetwork.com. Till next week, have a great week. In spite of yourselves.